It is the Flow Friday Sports Show, and it is all down to the business end in the Hume Netball competition. And joining me on the line to talk all about it is Carla Fletcher. Carla, great to have you on again. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Ellis, and you're doing okay too?
I'm not doing badly, and I trust that there's lots of netball fans over in Hume who are very eagerly anticipating the weekend's action, which will see some finals games happening across various grades. Keen to talk all about it with you a little later on, Carla, but as far as things went last weekend with round 18, we'll go to Osborne's win against the Billabong Crows girls. 15 goals in the end, and Osborne got it done convincingly enough.
Yeah, they did. Look, second place Osborne and as Billabong Crows were third on the ladder. So, look, it was a pretty tight game from the first whistle, and at quarter time it was 7-all. And Osborne took a bit of a 3-goal lead at half-time, and then after half-time they just came out firing with some brilliant shooting from Lucy Bennett, who earned herself the mug, and Karen Hugo the Coach's Award. Look, Osborne were really pleased with their effort. The whole team played really well, and look, they're just looking forward to finals. And look, they've had a really good taste playing one of the top 6 teams. So I think they're going to be quite a team to watch on the weekend, but I wouldn't underestimate Billabong Crows. 15 goals. You know, something just maybe didn't go right for the Crows on the weekend, but I'm sure they'll get that under control, and they'll be keen to fix that up next week in the finals. And the best players for the Crows were Brooke Maloney, Harriet Simpson and Millie Ferguson.
I'll tell you what, many people would have thought that we'd get a closer game between Lockhart and Culcairn than what ended up being the case. Lockhart, pretty easy day out for them. Carla, 63-36, the final score. These two sides pretty evenly placed on the final standings as well. So a surprising result, this one.
Yeah, look, Lockhart put a pretty strong performance in on the weekend against Culcairn, and, you know, that'll give them a little bit of confidence going into the finals. But Culcairn were a little undermanned. They had some injuries. So hopefully those girls, you know, are back next week for finals. But look, Lockhart was just a little bit more consistent, and they fed the ball beautifully into the shooters. Award winners for Lockhart were their defender, Tegan Hanna, and also Paige Brown in wing defence. And look, Andrea really worked hard in defence for Culcairn against Lockhart, Olivia Lang.
We'll take a look at the Giants. They hosted CDHBU, and a convincing win for them, Carla, 53-33 in the end. I think we called it that it would be the home side winning this game pretty easily in the end, and they did so. Yeah,
and look, I think the Ramblebumser girls will be very excited to end their season with they've had a really good win against CDHBU. The Giants' best players were Caitlin Coxar, Mel McClellan and Brianna Higgins, whilst Keely Mills and Rachel Hanrahan had great games for CDHBU.
We'll take a look at Gindra, the side that has finished top of the table in very convincing fashion in the end. They've had a great season, and they had a great win against Henty on the weekend, albeit they were very much expected to win the game. But 77-21, they are still very much the undisputed favourites going into finals, you would say, Carla?
Yeah, they are. But the Henty girls, look, they went down to a really strong Gindra side, and, you know, Gindra are really performing well at this end of the season. But, you know, the Henty girls fought hard, and their persistence, and look, their morale on court was fantastic. And look, I think it's going to put them in a really good position to get some wins on the board next year. You know, Gindra gave 2 of their B graders an opportunity for a run on the weekend, so that's nice. Giving girls, you know, that chance to get on in A grade. And Chelsea Burns and Taylor Vogel were best players for Gindra, with Rachel Turlick winning the mug for Henty and Melanie Wetton and Erin Hogan the Coach's Award.
The Saints girls on the end of a bit of a walloping, travelling to Holbrook. You'd probably think they'd be a bit disappointed with that score, Carla.
Yeah, I think so. But unfortunately, look, they've finished the season with 6 players. You know, they've lost a few in the last few weeks to injuries. And, you know, look, you know, everyone goes out there and gives it a go. Best on were Brittany Williams and Beck Livermore. And for Holbrook, Claire Marriott, she had a really good game in the goals, and Jackie Coughlin, she had a good game as one of the defenders. And look, Holbrook coach Amy is really happy with the fantastic efforts that everyone did on the weekend and contributed to their win.
Yeah, we also had the Murray Magpies losing 37-54 to Howlong. Another game that we thought might have been a little bit closer, Carla.
Yeah, look, the Magpies had a really great game against Lockhart the week prior, but look, Howlong are really coming into form. They're fourth on the ladder. They're working really hard. And, they're really happy with where they're sitting, and they're really looking forward to finals. Their best players were Marnie Gorman and Gemma Coburn, and Laura Kieran in goalkeeper, and one of the mid-court players and the coach, Kieran Nicholson, had good games for the Magpies. We also had a couple of clubs have their fundraiser, Terry Soxit to Cancer, which was to raise money for the Albury Wodonga Cancer Centre. So there were a few games last weekend that participated in that. So that's really nice to see, and we thank those clubs.
Most definitely. Before we get into previewing the finals games this weekend, Carla, let's just throw it over to you. There's some other housekeeping to take care of, so the floor's yours.
Yeah, so we've got our double-header elimination round at Wulbundry on Saturday, and, after the last couple of years of COVID interruptions and restrictions, it's really nice to get out and play finals again. We've got 11 out of the 12 clubs that are represented in finals, so that's pretty exciting. And we're also really very excited to have our 11 and under grades compete in finals for the first time, and we wish them all the best as they begin their finals journey in the Hume League. Big thank you to everyone, especially the committee, and for all their efforts. It's been 2 years now since we've had finals, so we're, dusting off the cobwebs and hoping we're all ready for the weekend's games. And I'd just like to say good luck to all the teams playing on Saturday, and a special thank you to all our umpires, and, hope we have a great games and, look after ourselves and be aware of everything that's going on.
Great work, Carla Fletcher, and very well said. Let's talk about the A-grade finals happening on Saturday. You've got all the information there, and you're ready to make some predictions as well. So, Carla, again, it's over to you.
So on Saturday we have third versus sixth. We have Billabong Crows and Colcan playing. Look, I think the Crows might be going into, this game as favourites, and I think their coach, Millie Ferguson, she'll lead their team from the front position in the centre. She'll be a key player in the weekend. But look, Colcan has had a fantastic season, and look, they're the improved side for 2022, and they will be looking forward to taking the court in finals this year after a few years away from finals. And look, I think Andrea Wentz will work hard in defence, and they might just cause an upset. You just never know. But I think the Crows are pretty keen to defend their 2019 premiership. So I think the Crows might take it out. So Sunday's clash will see fourth place Howlong versus fifth place Lockhart. And look, I think this is going to be a hugely contested game, and I think it's going to be won in the mid-court. Each team will need to take every opportunity and convert any intercepts. And look, both shooters from both teams, Erin Harbright from Howlong and Lockhart's Olivia Lang, will play key roles in the game. It's going to be a very interesting outcome. They've met twice during this season with one win each. So I'm really looking forward to this game on Sunday. So I think it'll be one of the closer games in the A-grade final series.
There we have it. Well, we're all looking forward to seeing what happens on Saturday. Carla, you enjoy all the action. And once again, thank you so much for joining us here on the Friday Sports Show. All the best.
Thanks, Ellis. Look forward to next week.